Welcome back to Valley Life. I'm Brandon Baker, and here with me is Bob Bebb, and we're at Rebco Billiard Services. Bob, how you doing today?
Man, I'm great. How are you, Brandon?
I'm doing well. This place is incredible. Can you take us through kind of a day in the life of Bob and what you do here?
Well, you've come to my facility in which I have close to 200 antique tables. I manufacture tables here, I restore tables here, and my wife and I service over 400 tables a year all over the United States.
So you do more than just one job?
Technically, there's four of me. I'm a restorer of antique pool tables, and better known on the East Coast than I am on the West Coast. I also manufacture very custom new tables, and every billiard room in Fresno has my product. And as I said earlier, Sally and I service pool tables, mostly on the West Coast. And then I also have a hobby, and it's really a hobby of making custom cues.
Wow, so you do basically everything, and this workshop is fantastic. Can you kind of walk us through what you do here?
Love to. It's only Sally and I, so come on in.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, Brandon, here we're in my main room where there's over 100 antique tables. The unique table sitting right here in front of us is a table that was made in 1928. It's actually the same model that is at Hearst Castle. The table weighs over 2,000 pounds when assembled, and at one time I had 11 of these. What I have displayed here is the different components that we make in doing the table, particularly the sunburst like you showed in the other room. We take pieces of veneer and make the sunburst, and then it is mitered to fit the table, as you can see in this rosewood table, which is quite a display. Furthermore, the tables are all perfectly book matched. No matter where you touch the table, it's going to be exactly the same. We actually take, I don't know if this will come up on camera, but we actually book match the veneer so that as we fold it around the corner, it is exactly the same on both sides.
Oh, so the higher quality antiques and the tables you make have matching, the book matching, so it's going to match exactly one corner to the next corner. It's the exact same veneer. Okay. So Bob, as you said earlier, you don't just build tables, you also restore them. Can you walk us through that a little bit?
Yeah, in fact, we have one here that's going to San Francisco next week. The table is called a Centennial, which was made in 1945. And we start, if you'll pan behind Brandon, this is the condition similar to what this table looked like before I started working on it. The finished part, these are the pedestals here in front of us. This is the ironwork that makes up that beautiful side panels. But the secret to restoring is the heart of the table. A pool table is like an automobile. We have a powertrain, which is a slate and rail system. We have all the aesthetic beauty, which is what the wives and people who just want it to display in their home is all the aesthetic beauty. But what I have to go through is the restoration of a slate system. And if you would take a shot of that corner there, you'll see the damage that we have. And I resurface the slates within the thickness of a dollar bill, and we re-template every pocket. And this pocket is a finish in which we detail out, and it's all templated. Every pocket is templated to the USPPA specs. Okay.
Now, on average, how long does it take, or how often should a table be restored?
Well, it's just like a car when it's worn out. The tables last for 100 years. This table was 1945. And the problem with the slate system of the 40s, I don't know if your cameraman can see these black strata. Slate is a natural stone, and as the strata dries out, it actually buckles and warps. And I use my buddy here called Archimedes, and it is a 24 grit that I hand surface the slates all by hand. Within 2 to 3 thousandths, okay?
So you don't just fix these tables up. You have this is a more elite service. You really make these perfect. I mean, you have a high standard, I've noticed.
Well, there's perfect, and then there's perfect. I make it as best that God will let me make it. You know, there's the finished product. It has to be polished. But Brandon, this is what we start with. It has over 20 individual pieces of wood. The neat thing of what we did here is that we took curly maple to make the top on top of this cherry leg. This is a very unusual turning. That's actually teak. I did that over 25 years ago. But I'm self-taught. What is so neat about my lathing is that it's all freehand, all done with my eyes and my hands. And without my wonderful wife's help over the years, as we started in Tarpey, she watched me chunk up wood and break lathes and all that. But with my passion, we never gave up, and it's the story of my life.
And like you said, this is obviously not just a job. This is a passion of yours, and it's just incredible work you do here. So, it was great meeting you. Thank you for being on the show. And if any of you want any information about this, just call the number on the screen, or make an appointment to come see this. This place is amazing. Thank you again.
Anybody's welcome to come out and go through all this stuff. Yes.
And Valley Life will return shortly.